Who's arrived in the studio?
It is the star of Only Fools and Horses, the musical, Paul Whitehouse.
Yes, as you may have guessed, Paul is reprising his role as Grandad in the hit stage show, which opened in the West End last year.
And Paul joins us now. I mean, it looks such great fun,
Yeah,
and it is great fun. It opened in February 2019, keeps getting extended. I think it's made something like 28 million or 20 million, so it's doing very well.
It's doing very well, and it's just great fun. It's you know, it's a joy to do every night. When I came back this time, it was. I know it sounds a bit actory, but it's like a privilege, really, to go out and do those characters and, you know, all that material. And
well, let's talk about how it came about, because the creator, John Sullivan, who sadly died in 2011, he'd been working on a musical, hadn't he?
Yeah, he wanted to create a musical based on Only Fools and Horses, and he'd written one song with Chaz Hodges, which is This Time Next Year We'll Be Millionaires. And, it's a great song, and then, yeah, very sadly, John died, and very prematurely. And then I was approached some years later by the director of a live show that I'd done with Harry Enfield. Yeah. And the producer and Jim Sullivan, John's son.
So how did you feel about going near it? Because I imagine sort of having John's son Jim there helped a lot, because you sort of feel like he's passing the baton.
It's a, you know, it's a big thing, Only Fools, isn't it? It's almost woven into the sort of fabric of British society. You know, that's not too pretentious to say that, because everybody loves it, or everybody has a sort of moment that they treasure from it. Yeah. So, as my mate Danny said, no pressure.
Yeah.
Well, I think I was just looking for the figure. There it is. I've just found it. It still has the highest ever rating for a sitcom. Wow. 24 million. When they found
is this helping?
That's higher than you, isn't it? Than you two.
Quite a bit.
No, it was, and so I think actually getting Jim's trust and the family's trust was very important. Yeah. Because, you know, it's a legacy that's very important to them, especially. So, and I got on very well with Jim from the off, and so that was very important. But I still was slightly concerned, you know, thinking, well, am I going to pull this off? Why am I doing it?
But you knew you could sing.
Oh.
Yeah. Because is it your mum? Your mum was a singer.
My mum was a singer, but that doesn't mean that I can sing, does it?
No, but obviously you can.
Well, I can a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like singing. I've always sung, and but we've got some brilliant singers in the cast. I mean, absolutely fantastic.
And some brilliant music. And, you know, Chaz and Dave helped collaborate on a number of the songs, and obviously another real sadness.
Well, yeah, Chaz Hodges was in fact, when I first started talking to the guys about doing the show, I had an idea for that song, Where Have All the Cockneys Gone? And Chaz pounced on it, and it was almost like, is it Selling Coals to Newcastle? Yeah. So I pretended it was my idea, but really it was like a Chaz and Dave song, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so he was very keen to do that, and that gave me the impetus, really, to go on with it, because I was concerned about taking it on initially.
Yeah, I bet. And so this is not a reworking of an episode?
No, but you know, what we do in the musical is we have almost the whole story of Only Fools compressed into, you know, 2 hours, 10 minutes, really. And so what we've done is we've taken one significant episode, Dates, which is where Del meets Raquel. Yeah. And we've woven in as many other bits and pieces and plots as we can. So you get a whole story.
And you said that the audience can get a bit rowdy in there sometimes?
Well, yeah, I mean, our audience, which we're very proud of, are not the usual West End theatre types. No, it's great. It's fantastic to get, you know, a more working-class audience coming into the...
And also encouraging people to come to the theatre who maybe haven't come to see it before. I remember all of that used to happen a lot with Joseph. Yeah. You get people who'd never come to the theatre before.
And kids for the first time.
And kids came for the first time, and then you set them off. Some of them are now actors, you know, went to the theatre for the first time.
That's a shame, isn't it?
And what's lovely is the contrast, you know, so you're working in a theatre, high-octane, high-intensity environment, and at the same time, I think, are you about to start shooting another fishing series?
Well, yeah, we've done 3 episodes, and then I'll take a break from the musical later in the year and do the other 3 with Cuddly Bob. Yeah. He's not so cuddly. Do you know, he told me...
What did he say?
He said that if he had the choice, he'd ditch me and get you in as...
Anytime, Bob.
How are you with maggots?
Well, not great. I mean, if you watch The Jungle, not so good. I'm a bit
You'd be all right with a fly, though. If it was like a, like a feather fly, you could be OK with that.
But I mean, I like the idea. What I like about it is the thought of sitting there in nature,
very nice,
bit of peace and quiet, because that's sort of half what fishing is about.
That's what our show is about, really. It is a kind of celebration of Britain, really, in a way. You know, that beauty is on our doorstep and we don't explore it. We tend to look elsewhere, don't we?
Yeah.
And actually, there's a lot on your doorstep that you miss and walk past.
Well, you've won awards for it now, haven't you? I mean, it's very popular.
Apparently, Phillip.
You're not bothered by that?
Well, no, it's very nice. No, I think a couple
How often
of
do you catch stuff, though?
What? When we fish? Oh, quite a few, but we're not afraid to bung in an episode where we don't catch anything. So,
and
there are plenty of those.
Has Bob come to see the show?
Yeah, he has, yeah. He says, but you never know with Bob, that's what I mean. He says, oh, Paul, it was absolutely brilliant. I loved it. It's my favourite show. And you think, yeah, you don't mean that. But I think he did. He genuinely enjoyed it.
Well, so many people do. But some of the original cast members have been down to watch the show as well. How does that feel, knowing they're in?
They were great and they were very kind. You know, they came on the opening night, so that was lovely. But, you know, David, Jason and Nicholas have not been, and I think that's a good thing. He kind of wisely said it would sort of detract from us and from the show.
Yeah,
of course,
maybe.
If he turned up, the place would be a bun fight.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially with a rowdy audience.
Exactly. But, you know, I was going to ask you about the hair, because I need mine a bit greyer for Grandad. Is that out of a bottle or is
This is all out of a bottle.
Yeah.
You can get it in Boots, and it's called Arctic Blonde.
Get out.
And my hair is like black as a raven's wing.
No,
I mean, look at my eyebrows. Yeah.
Arctic Blonde.
This is all out of a bottle.
Excellent. Right. Get on the case.
We'll get you some. We'll get you some in.
Congratulations on the success of it. Well, I mean, after all of that sort of pressure that we were talking about, to then have that success, I mean, the relief. You must be very proud of it.
Because it could have gone either way, couldn't it? You know, so no, it's a joy. It's an absolute joy, and you know, the audience and the cast, we sort of feed off each other. And it's a great night out.
It's on my list of ones to come to.
You must
I want to bring my dad, because he was massive Only Fools and Horses.
Everyone wants to bring their dad.
Yeah.
Only Fools and
come
Horses.
and bring your dad.
I'll bring my dad.
Royal Haymarket until the end of June, but it'll probably get extended again anyway. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very
Lovely
much.
to see you. Thank you very much.